It's Brother Yashima Zakar from the Israelite Report, IsraeliteReport.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing truth in sincerity. I want to do a quick news rundown. Attempted to do it yesterday, but my voice was kind of messed up, so I'm going to try to do it again. Anyway, we got more information on what I was going to talk about in the first place. So the Lord, that's how the Lord get down, This is from this is from Forbes.com. It says Pakistani man with alleged ties to Iran charged in hitman plot targeting Trump. And you're going to see why I brought this up in a minute. So now they're saying that a man with ties to Iran charged in the hitman plot targeting Trump. It says the Justice Department on Tuesday charged a Pakistani national with alleged ties to Iran with attempting to orchestrate a hit on political figures in the U.S., reportedly including former President Donald Trump, as prosecutors tied the alleged plot to Iran's vows to retaliate against the U.S. for the 2020 killing of General Soleimani. And some of you may remember that. I thought that was in like 2019, 2018 maybe. But they say 2020. Again, this came from Forbes magazine. And that's been all over the news just today, or what will be yesterday, by the time I release this. First of all, understand that they're pushing everything towards Iran because these politicians, they work for the small hats. And I just got finished watching a couple of clips on Twitter where you had certain people that were exposing these small hats, these J-ish people, and how they really run the United States and United States politics, to be more specific, with their lobbying. So the Israeli state wants to go to war with Iran, but they really want to do it with the backing of the United States of America. And again, this is, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Again, the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's what's happening right now. So they're trying to run this narrative that this Pakistani man had ties to Iran and had a plot to target Trump. Now, what the powers that be are trying to do is they're trying to get these Christian patriot conservatives on board with going to war with Iran. The same thing they did with Iraq. They did the same thing with Iraq. Same thing with bin Laden, going to war, taking over Afghanistan like they did. Actually went to Afghanistan. And this is what they're doing. They're trying to do this with Iran, but I was looking through the comment sections of different sites and different pages on YouTube to try to get a feel for how these Edomites feel, because that's really all that matters. Jake doesn't matter at this point. And they were saying that a lot of them were saying that this is nothing but the media trying to get us or bait us into going to war with Iran. So a lot of these Edomites are seeing right through this. But then again, I did see some comments, various comments on different pages, different websites, different YouTube pages that were in favor of it, or they at least felt like there was some truth behind what the media is saying, that, this is the Trump assassination attempts are Iran, they're being ran by or orchestrated by Iran. So I would say it's about 60-40, Most of these Edomites realize what's going on, that they're trying to lure them into war. But it's, biblical prophecy, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So we expect the state of Israel, these Amalekites, to draw the United States of America into a major war. We see this happening, and we see this coming. So anyways, I brought that up to, I didn't know that was going to happen, by the way. I did a pre-recording, not knowing that this information was going to come out about this alleged plot to, about this Pakistani man to take Trump out, was supposedly going to have ties to Iran. That just happened, I guess the FBI or whatever, they just came out with this information because they were trying to put the first Trump assassination attempt on an Iranian, they were trying to connect it to Iran, I should say. Okay, these are two separate incidents, so I need you to understand that. The first one was when he got shot in the ear. And they later tried to, at first it was a lone wolf, if you will. But then they tried to say, well, it was they somehow had ties to Iran. But now you have a different situation where you have this Pakistani man, because the first one was a white man. The second one is a Pakistani man who didn't get to take a shot at Trump, but they're saying that he has ties to Iran. Okay, so they're pushing this narrative, again, they're pushing this narrative out that Iran is out to get Trump, and they're saying it's over Trump's, his order to strike and kill General Soleimani back in, they say, 2020. I thought it was a little bit earlier than that, but I might be wrong. Anyway, so I had in the pre-recording an article from the New York Post, and this is what Trump said. This is prior to this information about this Pakistani man with ties to Iran. This is what Trump said on Truth Social, his social media platform. This is what Trump said. This is from the New York Post. It says, Trump hopes U.S. obliterates Iran if he's assassinated by the American adversary. Former President Donald Trump called for Iran to be annihilated if the U.S. adversary were to ever assassinate him. It says Trump revealed his wish for ferocious retaliation in a Truth Social post on Thursday, in which he included a clip of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu discussing the Islamic Republic's assassination threats during his address to Congress. And this is what Trump wrote. He wrote it in third person, so it's going to sound like somebody else is writing it, but it's him. He writes, if they do assassinate President Trump, which was always a possibility, I hope that America obliterates Iran, wipes it off the face of the earth, the Republican nominee for president said. So, again, I've always said Trump is the Trojan horse. He is the guy, right? He's that guy. He's going to try to put, he's going to try to get these conservatives to go along with, he's going to try to get these conservatives to go along with war with Iran. And that's basically his job. Okay? That's basically what he's here to do. He's here to lure them back into war, because after the Bush administration, the Republican voters were sick of wars. As a matter of fact, they had a slogan called "No More Wars." And Trump, during his first presidency, was supposed to be the "No More Wars" president. Okay? So anyway, there's another quote here. It says, "If that does happen, American leaders will be considered gutless cowards," he added. This came from The Hill. It says, Biden-Harris head to Situation Room as Iran threatens attack on Israel. Biden-Harris head to a Situation Room as Iran threatens attack on Israel. And then we hear about the Iran supposedly going to attack Israel. And this is all, a lot of this is theater. But it says President Biden and Vice President Harris will meet with national security officials in the White House Situation Room on Monday as Iran reiterates its intention to punish Israel for the apparent assassination of top Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. So you got all of this going on. Meanwhile, in further news, there's your boy Alex Jones, and I had to look this up to make sure it was true, because I don't believe anything Alex Jones says. I have to take it with a grain of salt. But there's a CISA report. CISA and FBI release a joint PSA report. The CISA and FBI release a joint PSA report. Possible massive internet outages during or before the 2024 presidential election. Again, I want to repeat, CISA and FBI released joint PSA report. Possible massive internet outages during or before the 2024 presidential election. Okay? So they're setting the stage, folks. They're setting the stage. And they're putting out these hit pieces. These what you would call predictive programming pieces out there, so that when it happens, you're sitting there going, oh, well, we were told this must happen, or this might happen, right? That's what they're doing. And those that are not aware of how the powers that be operate, they're going to fall for it. Okay, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay? So these are things that you just be aware of and understand that these are the times that we're in. It's getting real close. We're getting real close, man. And like the ish is about to hit the fan. And I've been saying this for the longest time. There's going to come a time where you won't hear from me. It's going to be a time where you're not going to hear from these other brothers either. It's going to come a time when it's just, you want to, I'll say this, man. A lot of you people picking, a lot of you people just don't understand. This ain't about who the fuck you like. Excuse my language. It's not about who you like. Take the information, use that shit to your benefit. All right? I don't know if this is going to happen. I can't say. But we're in that time now where things are different from the way it used to be. There was a time back in 2012, 2013, 2014, you had all these Israelite debates and shit, people going back and forth about who they like and who they don't like and da-da-da-da, who they agree with, who they don't agree with, and we ain't in that time no more. And the best I can do is give you this warning. That's the best I can do. You understand? It could pop off at any moment. Because like I said before, if something happens to Trump, it's over. It's a wrap, man. It's going to be, you won't believe what's going to happen next. I'm going to get this scripture right quick, because I've been, I don't know, man, all week long, this scripture, and this happens to me a lot. And, I'm just being honest with you. This happens to me a lot. Ezekiel 33 and 33, it says, and when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. When shall they know that a prophet hath been among them? All right. And it's a lot of people that just don't believe, man, and they have to wait until things pop off and then they'll believe. But your belief then will be in vain. All right. It won't mean anything at that point. The Lord will be passing out judgment. And I didn't mean to go here, but since, it's on my mind right now, I'm going to get it. This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. And when this pops off, Jacob's trouble, if there's a Trump assassination, you best believe these Edomites are going to rise up, and they're going to show you who they really are and how they really feel. You people have no idea what's coming. And, a lot of you listen for entertainment or whatever, for whatever reason, not understanding that I'm telling you what's getting ready to happen, and you really need to be seeking the Lord with everything you have inside of you. Because the scriptures tell you, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Okay, he's going to sift the house of Israel, starting with those that know that they are Israelites. That's how deadly serious the situation is. It's dead ass serious. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So you got a situation where they're trying to link Iran to a Trump assassination, and you have a Cisa report, which I looked up. Cisa and the FBI put out this report that we may see major internet outages during or before the elections. And we've seen these people run these test runs with these, you had these outages. You had CrowdStrike. You had, what's the other one? You had the cell phones outages. You had Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. That happened a couple of months back. But see, these are just test runs for something that's to come, later on. So civil war is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. And the scriptures tell you in Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And that's a heavy demon within our people that just don't believe. Those that choose to just not believe. And they're going to, those are the 2/3 that are going to get cut off. But also among them, you have these Israelites, those that believe that they're Israelites, but yet for whatever reason, I can't, I'm not the Lord. The Lord didn't choose them. So they only half-ass believe. They believe they're Israelites, but they don't believe in the mark of the beast being the microchip. They believe it's some other bullshit like sin. Like, sin is, is the mark of the beast. Or they might believe, I don't know, Caesar Borgia, holding up the image of Caesar Borgia. That's the that's the mark of the beast. You got these fucking assholes that are out here lying to you. Lying. But yet they look pretty in their garments. And they persuade you to believe in a goddamn lie. And you fall for this shit like a dumbass. Our people are simple and stupid. We're at the end of the world. The end of Esau's rulership. That's what the end of the world is. The end of Esau's rulership. And you fucking niggas are out here worrying about what Israelite group can you fit in best with. What Israelite group can you march with and feel good in. Nigga, it ain't about feeling good. Fuck feeling good, man. And fuck your feelings too. That's not what this is about. I don't give a goddamn about my own damn feelings. If I drop dead tomorrow, F this world, man. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a damn. And niggas could talk shit and be like, oh, well, that nigga dropped dead. Well, good. I'm back in the goddamn spiritual world. I don't want to be here. I hate this shit. Let me do this before I... So sick of this shit, man. Let me do this. Let me go to... There was another piece of news that I wanted to get into. General Milley, retired General Milley, says 1/3 of U.S. military could be robotic by the year 2039. And that's a goddamn lie, because they're already pushing the robotic military as well as the law enforcement. Because if you understand the way the military and the law enforcement work, they work hand in hand. And I know because I did both. Okay, whatever the military is doing, that's what the law enforcement is going to do. Though it may be on a lesser scale as far as the law enforcement is concerned, they're still lockstep with the military. I know. Okay, you can't lie to me. Okay, this came from militarytimes.com. I believe it's .com, could be .org, but I believe it's .com. Military Times, it says 1/3 of U.S. military could be robotic by the year 2039 from General Milley. He says the 20th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff believes growing artificial intelligence and unmanned technology could lead to robotic military forces in the future. And I believe that's going to happen sooner than what he's claiming. I don't believe it's going to take no goddamn 2039 for that to happen. As a matter of fact, in Oakland, they were doing votes on that, whether they should they were taking votes on whether they should arm robotic police officers with shotguns. You don't believe me? Look it up. See if I'm lying. Okay, and I'm not going to go all the way into the article, but okay, there's this one part that I want to go into. He says he cited the transition from the Civil War musket to the rifle as a prime example of a transformation that forever altered the landscape of armed conflict. Okay. So he says it says the country that implements these technologies the quickest for military use will gain the most decisive advantages over its adversaries, Milley said. So that's not just going to be for overseas, that's going to be for here in your neighborhoods as well. Because one of the things that they're pushing is that human police officers or human police force is not adequate or equipped enough to handle the public. That's why they always pushing police violence or what is it? Damn word I'm looking for. Police brutality. You know, you show these officers always shooting somebody unjustifiably, right? And what that does is that push the message into the minds of the dumbass sheeple out here, the public, that they need something different from human police officers. And what that will do is that will put it in their head that the idea of having a robotic police force is the best way to go. I'll put it in simple terms. Okay, for lack of better words. All right. There was more to it, but I just don't feel like going in. I'm getting pissed off now. There's also from X, one of these major users from X said, and there was a financial collapse for a hot second on Monday, this past Monday. And I'm sure y'all saw that. It says a possible black swan event could be taking place. It says a wave of financial collapses in multiple markets is happening across the world. All right, stocks and crypto have plunged as investors start to panic while a global sell-off deepens. You know, he cited the chaos in Japan, right? It says absolute chaos in Japan as stocks are on track for the biggest decline in more than 8 years following a significant drop last Friday. It says this is an even larger drop than the Black Monday crash of 1987. Also goes into the South Korean crash. It says South Korea has halted all sell orders as markets crash for more than 5%. It says in the United States, the Magnificent Seven stocks have erased nearly $500 billion overnight. All right. So, folks, things are getting real heated right now. Okay. And there's going to come a time where you're going to see a famine of the word. You're going to see a famine of the word. And you're not going to be able to just click on your favorite Israelite channel. There's going to come a time where you won't be able to just click on your favorite Israelite stream and be entertained. That's when, you got a lot of entertainment niggas out here. I'm going to get 2nd Ezra 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The places where you feel safe, they won't feel so safe anymore. Okay? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All these places that you just think that, oh, I know I can get this at this place, and I know I can get that at that place. There's going to come a time when it's going to be empty. And as scriptures tell you, and suddenly, again, 2nd Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? There's going to come a time, man, where you won't be able to go find food without getting that microchip. They're going to tempt you. They're going to push you to the limit. Worse than what they did with the shot of 2021. And people like to say 2020. It was really 2021. Because Trumpy didn't even introduce the shot until December 2020, Operation Warp Speed. But for whatever reason, people like to say the 2020 shot. No, it was the 2021. That's when they started mandating it. People got their timelines off a little bit, but it's okay. It's going to be worse than that. The hour of temptation is coming. All right? The hour of temptation is coming. Again, 2 Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. You won't be safe. The things that you thought were guaranteed, it won't be a guarantee anymore. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. The trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Oh, shit. That nigga Yasha Mazakar was right. Whatever the hell his name is, right? It's going to be one of those moments. Oh, shit, they're really going to do it. Oh, shit, they really caused a blackout. Oh, shit, I'm really going to have to take this microchip in order to feed my family. Oh, shit, Revelations, the 13th chapter is coming to pass. What do you mean I have to get this microchip implanted inside of me? The same thing with the shot. They did the same shit. What do you think that was, man? That was a test run. What do you mean I can't come into the store unless I have a microchip? What do you mean I can't use my debit card? Ain't that the same thing as a microchip? Hell no. We want the microchip implanted inside of you, or you can't buy or sell. Period. Because they're going to say that their debit card is not good enough. They're going to say, well, how do we know you're not a scammer? How do you know that you didn't steal that debit card, that credit card? The only way we can prove that is if you have a microchip implanted inside of you. You, the person, identifies you with a microchip with all of your records inside of it. This is not a fucking game. Second Ezra 6:23, and I'm gonna have to hop off here before I get pissed off for real. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. We're blowing the trumpet right now, giving you the warning, as they did in the ancient times. They would blow the trumpet to let you know when there was a time of peace, or when there was guests arriving, or when it was wartime, when the enemy was invading or about to do battle. We're sounding the trumpet right now. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. Again, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Like all of a sudden, you're going to have your homeboy ain't your homeboy ain't no more. You know how they be like, oh, them my day ones. No, ain't going to be no day one. when that time come, when there's a food shortage, or you know, bread is not easily accessible anymore, you be like, yo, help me out, bro. They be like, nigga, I don't know you. Yeah, nigga, but we go way back, nigga. Go back where, nigga? And these Edomites are even worse. As much as I get on Jake, let me tell you something. I live with these Edomites. Yo, these Edomites don't give a shit about their family. They'll kick their own mama out. They'll tell them their grandmama, look, grandma, yeah, no offense, but you're getting kind of old now. You gotta go. You know, yeah, sorry about that, but you're gonna have to find your own way. I said, look, they don't care. They have no mercy. I lived amongst them in Idaho. I know. So you niggas, you think you gonna go to the Edomite and say, Mr. Edomite, man, can you help me? You know, times are hard out here. They're gonna be like, look, nigger, look, nigger. You know, I know you and your kind are having it difficult right now, but unfortunately for you, I only have enough for me, not even for my fucking family, because I don't really love them. That's how they are. They'll tell their wife to go F off. They'll tell their kids to stop crying and shut the hell up. Because when they hit the fan, these Edomites are going to be real selfish. You might find a Jake here and there, you know, so-called black man, so-called Puerto Rican, you know, Native American man. They might break bread with each other, share with each other the little bit of crumbs that they have. But when the shit hit the fan, these Edomites are going to be like, no, mom, no, wife. You know, I never fucking loved you like that anyway, so fuck off. Excuse my language, I didn't mean to turn up like that. But it's the truth, man. Sometimes you just gotta tell the brutal, honest truth. You need to know. Um, where was I? See what y'all did. I blame y'all for letting me go on. Boy, y'all don't know what I've seen, man. You Negroes have no idea how wicked these Edomites are. They are disgusting. And I cuss Jake out. I always talk about you niggas. But man, these Edomites are absolutely disgusting. The way they treat their family. They can't wait for their mom and dad to die so they can take their inheritance. Jake be all crying and shit. Oh, my mama passed away. Oh, my dad, my dad, we was cool. With these Edomites, they lose their parents, they be like, okay, so I'm not giving my sister shit. I'm getting all of the inheritance. I'm getting all of the inheritance. Man. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to escape and see the salvation of the Lord coming for us in chariots, UFOs, literally, like not in a movie, like for real. Okay? Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And we're looking for the end of this world for sure. Get this. This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So this is the time to hide yourself. Hide yourself from the wrath of the Lord that's coming. This is not the time to be a nigger. This ain't the time to try to be Mr. I know it all. This is the time to come humbly before Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai and ask him to have mercy on you, because that's what it's all about. It's all about mercy. That's what it was in the ancient world. The Passover, when the death angels passed over those that had the blood on their doorposts, all right, it's going to be the same thing, with the Lord's elect. We praying that we be of the elect. We pray that the Lord have mercy on us. We pray that the Lord blot out our sins and forgive us for the things that we've done wrong in our past and in our daily lives, because technically we're all worthy of death, because the life that we live is wicked. Even as we strive to come back to the Lord, we're still in wickedness. In this wicked flesh, we are still in wickedness. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different. You can be stupid if you want to and go following these dumbass Israelite groups like IUIC that's telling you you're going to keep the laws, the statutes, and commandments you can just do it. No, you ain't, nigga. You're going to break a commandment without even knowing it. So we need the blood of Yahweh Shai to cover us. All right? That's it. Point blank, period. Pray to the Lord. Hey, Shalom, is Brother Yashim Azakar from the Israelite Report, IsraeliteReport.com, Israelite Times. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth in sincerity. Those that truly believe and are hastening the day of the coming of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, to establish his kingdom. And ultimately, the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. I was looking at a comment that a brother left on last week's podcast. And the brother was basically saying, yo, we got to get the F up out of here. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely agree. But also, I've realized that, patience is key in this thing. And that's something that I've been fighting with. Every brother has their, their hiccups or their issues or whatever. And mine has always been patience. I've always been a very impatient person, and especially when I went to the military. Then it really kicked up and amped up when I went through the military. And this is a personal testimony, because the military has a hurry up and wait, thing that they got. That's their MO. Hurry the F up, with everything. And so even when I left the military, I still kind of had that hurry the F up. When I'm in traffic, it's hurry the F up. If I'm on the train, it's hurry the F up. My one of the chicks I used to mess with back in the day, especially when I first got out of the military, I was very impatient with women. And then this chick I was dealing with, matter of fact, we almost got married. We had a house together. Apartment together. And we were looking to get a house together. But she was like, "You're the most impatient person." And I always had this, things should have been done yesterday attitude. And in my testimony, y'all remember a couple of years back, it may have been 2022. I forget what year I started calling it upon my watch, but maybe in 2021, 2020, something like that. Anyway, it was the Israelite report, in the Israelite Times, but that was the name of the podcast. But the upon my watch thing came from me being on a train one day, and I was kind of meditating, and I kept hearing this voice in my head, and I believe it was the voice of the, angel of the Lord, kept saying, "Though it tarry, wait for it." Though it tarry, wait for it. In the end, it shall speak and not lie. And I kept hearing that, and it's crazy because I wasn't into Habakkuk like that. Like I would, like for whatever reason, prior to that, and I've been in truth for a minute, I just never really been into Habakkuk like that. But I kept saying, "Damn, where did I hear that before?" I kept trying to remember, and I finally I looked it. I was like, I know it's and Habakkuk is a short book. It's not it's not, but it's hard hitting. It's a lot in that little short book. So anyways, I looked it up and I understood that, okay, this is the Lord telling me be patient. Work on your patience. Cause I'm fired up all the time. Like I'm you know me. Y'all listen to me. Y'all know how I am, right? I'm fired up. You know how I feel. So Lord was like, look, work on your patience. And so I'm gonna get it again for the millionth time. I'm gonna start there. Habakkuk 2:1, right? I will stand upon my watch, and this is the point. I will stand upon my watch. We're supposed to be watchmen of the Lord, and set me upon the tower, right? Because I work in security. I've been, when I was in the military, I was a military police officer. I know what it's like to be upon my watch. You understand? Matter of fact, the word shamar means to watch, which is perfect. The Lord, see how the Lord work? Shamar means to watch, right? Anyway, I will stand upon my watch, and set upon my set upon the tower. I'm laughing, sorry, and will and watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables. Make this simplified, right? Plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, that he should be edified. He should be able to get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and apply it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And I'm always talking about that time, measured out of time diligently. That's another one I'm always going to, and I'll continue to go to, because of the times that we're in. Measure thou the time diligent. But it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, meaning the Lord isn't going to act before or after you want it to. Or before or after you want him to. The Lord has an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. So it's tarrying, right? It looks like these things are just like they're happening, but they're not happening, as I said last week. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Now, the tarrying is what is pissing brothers off, right? The tarrying part. You're hearing all these wars and rumors of wars. You're seeing prophecy, excuse me, I hit the mic. You're seeing prophecy being fulfilled in certain areas, in certain pockets. But we're at that point where, it's like a woman giving birth, labor, those birthing pains, those labor pains. It's like she reaches a point right before the baby is delivered where she's like, when is this baby coming out? You know what I mean? Like there's a, she hits those first labor pains and tell her, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then it's, she's like, okay, okay, okay. And she thinks she got it. And then it reaches that point of excruciating pain where she's like, I can't take this shit no more. Right? And then she's cussing out the whole hospital. And you reach that point where you're no longer be able to tell her, breathe, come on, come over here. She's like, F this. You know what I mean? What is this, baby? Get this baby out of me. I don't care how you do it. She's like, I don't care how you do it. Just get this baby out of me at that point. And we're at that point where we're like, we don't give a damn. Like I've said this before. And I hope brothers don't take this the wrong way. I've said it before. Even if I don't make it on a cherry, I'll get my goddamn head chopped off just to get the hell up out of here. I'm at that point. Well, the scriptures do say they will love not their lives unto death, right? So we're at that point. We love not our lives unto death. We're that sick of this shit. All right? That's point blank period. We hate this place. We're tired. We're just tired. We're sick of it. All right? But again, it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And so I want to get Luke 21. I'll start at 15, but the main point is in 19, and y'all already know where I'm going. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And we're already seeing that. They cannot come against the word of the Lord. And that's why I've been given the warning that at some point they're going to activate these sleeper cell Israelites, these agent provocateur Israelites that have been paid off. They're taking the money and they're going to do something to try to make the Israelites look like a terrorist group. And I hate that in my heart. I hate that. Like every time I see them, because I can look, the Lord give you the eye salve, the spiritual eye salve, and you can see who's who. I can look at certain people and I can go, I can see this person. And some of them are your favorite YouTube channels. I can look at them and say, when they get that message, look, if you don't want this incriminating evidence to come out against you, we're going to need you to carry this out, and that out. They're going to do it. They're going to sell their people out. Okay? Because the enemy is desperate. Esau, Edom is desperate at this point. This word has gone out throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. Our adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So they only have one option at this point, and that's to demonize the ministry. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents, and you people are seeing this now. You shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And this is a reality. This is something that we have to understand and realize, and this is serious. It's one thing to read it. It's another thing to be faced with that situation. Do you love your life? Do you hate your life unto the death? Are you to a place where you like, I don't care, chop my goddamn head off if it comes down to that? Are you in that space? It's uncomfortable, but look, we are in uncomfortable times, right? And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And that's the point. You shall be hated by all men for my name's sake. So no, you're not going to have a situation where you're like, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but I get along with this group of people that aren't Israelites, or excuse me, that aren't claiming to be Israelites, so they're not in the truth. No, you deal with them, but at the end of the day, their spirit doesn't align with yours, right? And you should be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not an hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your souls. And like I said, patience is something I've definitely had to work on. And that's me speaking as a man. That's me being honest. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and bullshit you and act like I'm just the perfect brother. I have so many faults. I've actually asked the Lord, why hasn't he killed my black ass already for wicked shit that I've done in the past? Okay? And we die daily in this thing. We die daily in this truth. But you have to have patience through this tarrying, through the tarrying, okay, through these birthing pains. You have to have that patience. And sometimes you have to pace yourself. You can't just be all amped up, riled up all the time. You have to pace yourself. Hell, watch a movie. And I know that's the effed up part about it is you watch a damn movie and they got alphabet people in it. You got a bunch of flaming moles, but, you do the best you can. You got to balance it, and you have to balance it the best way that you can. Also, understand that your enemy is coming down with great wrath, according to Revelations, according to the book of Revelation. He is coming down with great wrath, and he's pushing his agenda more and more, and it's affecting your loved ones. It's affecting your family. If you're married, your wife, the weaker vessel, she's lured to these things. Okay? She looking at you like, why you ain't getting with it? Why you ain't getting with the program, nigga? You know what I'm saying? These are the things you have to endure. Because women are hypergamous, right? And that's their nature. That's their nature. And that's something you have to understand and deal with. That's why New Testament tells you those who have wives, be as though you have none. You love your wife and you deal with her as much as she'll allow you to deal with her. All right? But you don't go crazy over her. because a woman will drive you crazy. And the weakness of a man is a woman. Always has been from the beginning, going back to Adam. So these are things, different temptations, things you're going to have to deal with. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. All right. This devil is coming down with great wrath, and his agenda is mainly what he's pushing. His agenda. A part of that great wrath is his agenda. A lot of people kind of downplay that. Like when they think about the great wrath, they think about, the beheadings and Jacob's trouble. And yes, that's true too. But just his agenda alone is great wrath upon our people, because our people are destroyed by a lack of knowledge. And a part of his wrath is destroying us mentally. And you could say economically and everything else, that's true. Morally destroyed. Just destroyed in every way possible. But I'm gonna get this in Daniel 7:25. It says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High." And our enemy is speaking great words against the Most High, saying they don't even need the Most High. Okay? These are the people that are ruling over top of you right now. "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time." All right, I want to get that again. "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High." And we're being worn out. We're being worn out. We've reached a level where this is how bad it is in Babylon, aka America. And you could say this, I guess, in certain European countries as well, nations as well. You have to be careful what you say at work. You got to really, really be careful, because these alphabet people have taken over these jobs, especially if you living in a liberal city. You really have to watch yourself. Really, 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 really. I'm telling you, the Lord made my black ass go to the day shift to go work at one of the most liberal, friendly places ever, where you just have, like, you literally have transgenders walking in there. Literally. And I have to ask my coworker, what does this person identify themselves as? So it's one thing to look at it on the internet and go, man, this is crazy. You see social media posts and everyone laughs and whatever. You got men walking into women's bathrooms and all that type of shit on social media. But it's another thing when you at the damn desk and they ask for the key to the bathroom and you like, shh, what key do I give this person? What are you identifying as today? And that's the crazy part. They send out emails at my job to tell me what this person is identifying as today. What their pronouns are. Like, this is real. That's why the Lord made me do it, as part of my damn punishment, because I was complaining about the night shifts. He said, "I'll send your black ass over to the day shift and let you see how crazy it is for real." And I'm looking like, what do you call this person? I've seen situations. You could have a person walk in dressed as a woman but still identifying as a man, meaning they could have on a dress, lipstick, goddamn makeup on, wig, with the ID say Michael or Thomas. And they're like, I'm just giving an example. My name is Thomas, and I'm identifying as Thomas, but I'm still addressed as a female. And you're like, what? What? Yeah, this is real. This is a part of that great wrath. This is this insanity that we're dealing with here, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get more amped up, and they're wearing out the patience of the saints. Okay, they're looking to wear out the saints. Now, 26th verse says, "But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion," because the saints are going to take the kingdom, "and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole earth, the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High." And that's what we got to look forward to. Yahweh Shah's return, restoring order, restoring um, the natural use of things, the way things are supposed to be set up. The Lord's will being done on earth as it is in heaven, right? And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey them, because our enemies will go into captivity. As it says in Jeremiah, every one of them shall go into captivity. Every one of our adversaries shall go into captivity. This is Revelation 14 and 12. It says, 14 and 12. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints." The patience, though it tarry, wait for it. The patience of the saints. Here are they that Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and the faith of Yahweh Shah. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, "Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth." Now, earlier I mentioned earlier that some of us, will see death, and some of us will be beheaded. Lord willing, to be a quick, we go back to the spiritual world, and then we come right back here and rule and put our enemies into captivity where they belong, underneath us. All right? But this is the patience of the saints. And also in that is faith. We have to have faith. That patience and faith go hand in hand. All right? Because, it's a balancing act. You have to have patience, but you have to have faith in order to have patience. Because if you lose faith, you won't have any patience. And I'm telling you, the only thing that's keeping me ticking is my faith. My faith in the Lord, because I've seen certain miracles work out in my life. Some I can't even talk about, because I'm like, damn, I don't even know how to explain that one. Certain situations, but that faith helps you gain patience, right? Or obtain patience and maintain patience through this, what appears to be a tarrying process. Like it's just tarrying, like it's just going on and on and on. Like, think about this, okay? Like from 2020 to now, right? 2020 to 2024. that shit feel like forever. Like it's moved fast, but it just feels like, damn, how are we still here? Like in the spirit, I'm just like, right? It says, 13th verse, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. All right, because Lord willing, we come back, those that truly believed and held on to the faith all the way through, we be of that number, we be of that ruling class, we be in rulership. The nation as a whole will come back, but the governing body is what I'm trying to say. That was the word I was looking for. The governing body. We want to be a part of that. Our works do follow us. Let me see. I'll get Proverbs 24 and 16. It says, for a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. All right. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and he turneth away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. So again, you're gonna have your people like your brother Polites, who at one point in time he looked like he was on top of the world. He was on top of the nigger kingdom. Okay, nobody couldn't tell him shit. He was just, man had 3 wives, millionaire, running around scamming people, and looked like for a while he wasn't gonna be stopped. He was shooting the Bible up, but the Lord waited and then he judged him. He's a good example of having patience. He talked a lot of shit about the Israelites for years. Now look at him in prison. Judgment came. He's a good example. You got this other asshole, Anton Daniels. I'm just using them as an example. You're going to go through people talking ish about you, friends, family, and that's going to hurt the most. But in your patience, possess ye your souls. Don't be envious of the wicked. See, we live in a wicked kingdom because the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So we live in a wicked kingdom, a wicked society, and the wicked are excelling. Meanwhile, the righteous, we're at a lower state. And that's our lot anyway. We're supposed to be looked at as being bums, nobodies, can't get rights. Whatever they want to call you, whatever they want to name you, whatever label they want to stow or put upon you, let that be. But in your patience possess ye your souls. And I hope that brothers cleave on to that. This is just our test. This is, what we must go through. And every brother has his own situation. Every brother's being tried. We all have our own weaknesses, our own faults. But we can build upon that, get through it. But what does it take? It takes faith. And through that faith, you obtain patience.